Hello, and welcome to another wonderful Wired Wednesday. My name is Ashley, and this is Clone Voices and Phone Scams. Clone voices might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's not that at all. It's basically scammers copying people's voices and using them to get things out of people. It could be your grandchild's voice, your child's voice, a friend's voice, and it's quite simple for them to actually get this information to be able to do these things. So imagining it like copying a key. They take recordings of a real person's voice, maybe from public speeches, voicemails, my Wired Wednesday videos, which I'm going to do later, and they feed them into software. The program then learns how that person talks, their accent, their tone, the cadence of their voice, everything. Then they can use it to create messages in that same voice. So why would they go through all the trouble? Because it makes their scams sound more believable. People are onto scammers now. They know that scams are happening. So now they're basically hitting people where it hurts by using their loved ones or authority figures' voices to be able to scam people out of money. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the impersonation of a loved one. So they could call you and then sound exactly like your grandchild begging for money to fix a car, or they got into some trouble, or they need to get them out of jail, those kinds of things. Something with some urgency. If this happens, ask your grandchild a question that only they would know the answer to. What's their birthday? What's this? What's that? And then that way, the actual voice won't be able to answer back as quickly because they have to actually make the sounds. So what you can do is you basically hang up the phone, you call your grandchild back or whomever, call them at their own phone number that you know already, and talk to them and see if it was them that was asking you for money. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be them. There have been what they call grandparent scams going around, and that basically means that they take their grandchild's voice. Kids are on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat, and you're always sending videos to each other and things. So it's very easy to take their voice and then to mimic it as well. It's just uploading a voice file into software to be able to type out what you want it to say. And I'm going to show you this later. I'm going to do it myself so you can kind of see how much it sounds like me. Pretend to be someone of authority is the next one. So they might clone a voice, sound like a police officer, a bank manager, something very professional. And saying there's been suspicious activity in your account. Real banks and law enforcement will never call you out of the blue about these things. They just won't. The creating of a sense of urgency. So basically, whenever you hear these phone calls come through, it's going to be urgent. Something's happened. There's somebody's in jail. Somebody got caught with something illegal. They need money. There's all these things, this urgent thing. So they use a clone voice to say the computer has a virus or credit card scam or something's been compromised, pressuring you to buy their protection services right away. So that can also be a phone call that you get from people. You do not want to do that at all. Don't ever let anybody into your computer ever. You just should not do that, because basically what they do is they gain access to your computer and they gain access to all your files. If you have banking information on there, they gain access to that. So be very, very vigilant about who you give information to on the phone and what you allow them to do. So how can you spot these voice clone calls? Listen very closely. The clones may not be perfect. Sometimes there might be slightly robotic quality to the voice. The words just might not flow quite naturally. Be suspicious of urgency. So just like with any phone scam, if someone is pressuring you to act fast and make a decision on the spot, it's a red flag, a big red flag. Don't give out personal info ever. Never share your social security number, your bank details, passwords over the phone, no matter how real the voice sounds. Even if they come and tell you they're going to take you to jail, they are not going to come and take you to jail. You just ignore it, hang up the phone. Verify, verify, verify. If the caller claims to be from an important organization, hang up and call the number of the organization. Not the number that just called you, but call the organization. So if it's the OPP, for example, hang up and call your nearest OPP department. Ask them the questions. Don't call back the number that called you. Find the number online and then call the phone number, because you don't want to call back the scammer. Talk to a trusted friend or family member. If a call sounds fishy, discuss it with somebody that you trust. Don't ever be embarrassed about discussing this if you don't know the answer. If you think something is fake, you're probably right on it. Trust your gut. It's very important. And sometimes scammers are very clever. They can fool you. I know people here that have been fooled. It happens. It really does. But we're really trying to spread the information so it doesn't happen again to everybody. Basically, don't give out your information. Protect yourself, and you can report any scams that happen to you to any of the police department, the OPP. Just call their non-emergency number and talk to them and see what they can do for you. The government of Canada website, they have different scams that are going on right now as well. So just protect yourself. Don't trust anything that you hear as something that sounds off. If you have a gut feeling something is wrong, it probably is. So now I'm going to actually go in and I'm going to use my voice to make up some fake voice messages, and I will now share these with you. So there is a website where you can pay $5 a month and you can use this text to speech. Now, people can use this for bad things, but you can also use it for other things too. Like people who are in marketing or commercials could use something like this to be able to have, voiceover on top of a commercial or something like that. So it's not all used for evil, but in this case, I'm going to just show you when somebody calls what that's actually going to be like. So I have already taken a clip of my voice, just a small clip from one of my Wired Wednesday videos where I'm speaking, and I've uploaded it to this website. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the text that I want the voice to say. So it's my voice. I did not say what you're about to hear. It's basically taken my voice, it's put it through the computer, and it's now figuring out what my voice sounds like. So typically when you call somebody, you'd be like, hi, Grandma. I need $5,000. I am in a lot of trouble. So I'm going to just do that. So I'm going to generate it. And then it's going to take my voice now.
Hi, Grandma. I need $5,000. I am in a lot of trouble.
So you can hear that. You can hear the urgency in the voice. So once again, that's my voice that they've taken and have made it into a voice message I could give to somebody. And you can keep going. You can try different ones as well. So like, for example, like I need help. They're holding me hostage. I know this is really scary stuff, but I just want to show you how this actually works for people.
I need help. They are holding me hostage.
So see how scary that sounds? So imagine somebody as a grandparent and hearing that coming from their grandchild or their kid. So, it sounds very similar to my voice. It really does. There are a little bit of things that are different, but it's pretty darn close to my voice. This is how easy it can happen. So basically, scammers have stuff that's like this, and they can basically, take people's voices, once again, just clips off of videos, because you can rip audio from a video pretty easily, and then they upload that clip that you just saw here, and then you type out what you're going to say and it generates it. So it happens that quickly. But it also has to generate. So if they're doing something along the lines of this, they have to then wait for that to generate for the next sentence, right? Because they're trying to keep up with that. So there will be like a delay in things. But just so you know, I understand it sounds a lot like me. It's scary. People have to understand this can happen. But basically, you know what? Just hang up and call your grandkid, call your loved one, call whomever. But you definitely can do these things. I did it very easily. This website here is $5 a month to do this. But once again, when you sign up for these things, you basically sign off that you're not going to use it for these things. You're not going to use it to scam people, those kinds of things. You basically check off a box that says you're not going to do that. That's not to stop people from doing it anyway. But you can have fun with this as well, because you can make your voice say some pretty silly things. We tried it out here at the library, and it was kind of fun that way. But that's how easy these phone scams can happen. So, somebody calls you and they have like even the other voices that are here. So you can actually use somebody else. So say you wanted, let's try Brian. So Brian's got a deep narration style voice. So I'm just going to type in here, hello, you have a virus on your computer. Can I enter your computer to get rid of it before all of your files are deleted? Okay, so this is an AI voice now that's already generated. So I'm just going to generate what I just told it to say.
Hello? You have a virus on your computer. Can I enter your computer to get rid of it before all of your files are deleted?
So you can see there, it didn't quite go up and down with the question, which is kind of interesting. So it would have been like, before all of your files are deleted. That's kind of how I think it would say it, and it didn't. So you can tell right there that that's kind of like an odd thing about the voice. So that's a narration style person. So now let's try it if we have, let's try to see what else we got. Let's try a conversation. Let's try Charlie who's Australian and conversational. So let's try that.
Hello? You have a virus on your computer. Can I enter your computer to get rid of it before all of your files are deleted?
That one was better. There you go. So like, it just depends on what they're going to use. These voices are here. People can create voices pretty easily as well. There's lots of different narration style things where you could upload voices and things. So all it takes is basically a file with your voice on it. Like I said, they can take it from audio, they can take it from video and make it audio, those kinds of things. And then they call and they create these scams. So I'm hoping that this today actually helps you to kind of better understand when you do hear these things. Once again, hang up the phone, call your people, make sure it was actually them, call the number that you have in your phone for them. Don't call back the number, don't call back the scammer. All right, and that's everything. Have a great day.